Deshaun, what do you think about the sermon? Deshaun, and I'm over here. When was Sunday?
I was going to say, what date was Sunday?
No, my memory's not as good as it used to be.
Oh, okay.
Well, my favorite, but not favorite. That's like favorite.
Mike's over here. We read the Bible all year. Welcome to Not a Fit Podcast. Last one of the years, guys, and I owe you an apology. I also owe you lunch.
All right.
The Raiders did not win 8 games.
The season's over?
Season's over.
No.
They have one more. A regular season game.
Is that what we have? We have one more?
But you can't get 6 wins or 7 wins in one game.
What if I blow them out? Does that count for anything?
How many games did they win?
Not 8. I think we're on a 14-game losing streak or 13-game losing streak.
So 3 games, 4 games?
We can say that.
I really don't know. I'm asking.
I don't know either. Is it one?
No, we won. Hey, can I just say something? We beat the New England Patriots.
Are they good?
Did you really?
They're very good.
Oh yeah, they're good this year.
They might have the number 1 AFC seed. Yeah, we beat them. Can I hang my hat on that?
Sure.
What do you guys want for lunch? Because I'm a man of my word. I said I'd buy you lunch.
You did. He gave us money.
No, I didn't give you money yet.
You did.
I did?
Yeah.
Did I give you
For
money once I knew my
Raiders?
season was over?
He gave us money for something. I remember that.
Do you remember me giving you money? He remembers.
No, you gave us money, but I don't know if it was for this.
So what you're saying is you still want lunch?
I was like, hey man, you turning down lunch right now?
No, I'm just trying to be honest.
Oh,
I was like, he gave
He
us
is the
money.
bishop.
So we expect him to be honest. What are we expecting you to be? Forgetful?
Try to get some more of that money.
Okay, well we'll have to do Doghouse or something because I didn't just miss it. I really missed it. Am I just a hopeless, optimistic person?
I think as a good friend, I will admit that I too missed it.
You did. You thought for sure they'd get 8.
I thought they were at least going to be close to 8.
Man.
But there is good news. You get the one pick. You get the number 1
I
pick.
get the number 1 pick. And you know what? Viva Raza. We are going for Francisco Mendoza. That's who we're going for. The quarterback from Indiana. He's Cuban.
So
In California, what would he be called if he's in California?
The problem is he's not in California anymore.
But if he was in California, what is he called in California?
He's Mexican.
He's Mexican.
Vegas is kind of like
Vegas is the second part of California. It's an extension of Southern Cal.
No, it's too mixed over there.
But it's a little extension of SoCal. But yeah, so I hope we do get him. He's a character kid. He's a good kid. Reminds me a lot of Andrew Luck. Very smart. Very smart. Apparently he graduated from Cal like in 3 years. So he's a very smart kid. So speaking of 2025, do you guys got any letdowns 2025? Do you feel like you got any letdowns in 2025? Something let you down? I mean, you got older. Is that a letdown?
No, that's good. The alternative is that you die. So
Okay.
yeah. So you want to keep getting older.
You have any letdowns in 2025?
None that come to mind immediately.
Did you hit all your goals for 2025?
That hit on my goals for
Yeah.
2025. I really didn't set goals like that.
Well, you can't miss them if you don't set them, though.
Yeah,
you're just winning right now. Deshaun's winning.
I'm just trying to make it. I made it. Kids didn't die. Everyone's alive. No one got hurt. Well, someone got hurt, but
But he'll be all right.
yeah.
What about you? Did you have any goals for 2025?
Yeah, I wanted to read a lot more books than I read, and so
Okay.
that was a goal of mine. I'm not much of a reader.
Okay.
And so I had set a goal to read more, and I didn't. Started off strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best of intentions?
Best of intentions.
All right.
So maybe if I say it here, then next year I'll do better.
Okay. Well, this is the last podcast of the year, so we're doing kind of a year in review. Welcome to Not a Fit Podcast. We talk about culture and its influence on the church, talk everything Bible, talk a little bit about everything. Started out with my biggest letdown was my football team, but it's okay. I'm used to the abuse. I'm used to it. I just keep coming back. I don't know why. Loyal to the soil. But that's where we are. So I thought we would just recap a few things, and I'm going to have a little interaction with you guys, okay? So I went ahead, and we're just going to start off before we get into the word and we get into all this. Do you know what the top songs for 2025 were? Top songs for 2025.
I have no idea.
Yeah. We have. All right. Come on. We can think.
Oh,
See, I believe in us.
well, this doesn't help, but he's the dude from L.A., the rapper.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick
Okay.
Lamar.
What song?
Not like us.
Oh, come on.
Not like us. Not like us.
Is that this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was they called that a spillover from 2024 to 2025.
Oh, it didn't come out this year?
Yeah. No. I'm just telling you, but this is
Okay.
this is what
That's the best
Googled.
I got.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go.
So what is that song about, though, Deshaun? Can you please inform our
Oh,
audience?
Drake. Right, Drake.
No, Not Like Us is not about Drake, is it?
Yeah. It's all about Drake.
Oh.
That he's not like us.
Oh.
That's the whole point.
Really?
okay.
I
Yeah.
like it now.
Yeah. Hey, now,
It's him. This is why they think I watched the most of it. Guy might have so interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, they had a huge concert in L.A. He had DeRozan
Okay.
and Westbrook on stage dancing.
Okay.
And it was crazy.
Oh yeah, because they're LA guys.
they're LA guys.
Oh.
And DeRozan played in Toronto
Westbrook,
for a while.
Yeah, but Westbrook played at UCLA, right? And he's from LA?
Yeah,
Oh, they're
yeah,
like big,
all
I mean, they're
LA
up there
guys.
with all the game members.
Okay.
Like they're LA.
Hold on.
guys.
So time out. So this whole time I didn't know what I thought. Not Like Us meant something totally different apparently. But
it was 100% about Drake.
so they had street beef, huh? They had a little something going on.
Yeah, I mean, you got the end of my knowledge, but yeah,
Okay.
they didn't like each other.
Well, please, somebody from the audience, please chime in, help us out over here. Okay,
Yeah.
now he is on the list. You did good.
Yeah.
You went 1 for 10. That doesn't get you in the Hall of Fame or nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, there you go.
She did make it. I have no idea, but it says "The Fate of Ophelia."
Boom! I told you we're gonna be able to do this.
Yeah.
Okay, Morgan Wallen. Is he on
Morgan
the list?
Whalen.
Yeah, him
Is
too.
it Wallen or Whalen?
I don't know.
Wallen? Okay, so I'm getting corrected over by my son here. Okay.
Is he on
He
there?
is not on here. You know who is on here? DTMNF Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's on here.
Oh, we should maybe got that one.
Okay, but that's got to be abbreviation. Anyway, I don't know what that is.
It wasn't he the biggest, or maybe it's on YouTube, like one of the
I
biggest
think
guys.
globally.
Okay.
Globally. Okay, coming in at number 1 is Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Yeah, 2025. 1.7 billion streams.
I didn't know it came out with a song.
Kendrick Lamar again with Saza. That came out with Luther. Does anybody know if that's for Luther Vandross or anything? Does
No,
anybody
that's
know?
Luther.
We got some Ordinary by Alex Warren.
Never
We
heard
got
of
Golden
him.
by Huntrix from
Never heard of
K-pop Demon Hunters. What is this?
Oh, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yep, heard of
Okay,
them.
Lady Gaga again because
Hey, Gaga's
Abracadabra.
killing it, huh?
She
Wow.
is. So is Bruno Mars. Look at that again. APT.
And I like Bruno Mars. He
Hold up.
actually is
Hey,
talented.
his Super Bowl was good. I don't care what anybody says. Okay, let's go with top movies. Let's go with top grossing movies. Do you get anybody? Okay, check it out. We
Jurassic Park. No.
But Zootopia 2 came in at over $1 billion.
Saw it. Yep, I saw
Did
it.
you see it? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Would you go see it again? Pay
No.
for it?
No.
Okay, then you didn't like it. Okay. I don't know what Niza 2 is. It says highest grossing film of the year, $2 billion.
Non-English.
Non-English.
Becoming the top non.
Okay, what about Avatar? Little fire and ash here. Avatar.
Nothing about like some demons.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Lilo and Stitch. Come on, there's good Lilo and Stitch. You guys got kids.
Man.
Did you watch that Superman by James Gunn's DC reboot?
Nope.
Neither did I. How about you? I know you guys went out and see Wicked. You guys go see Wicked? Y'all went and see Wicked. Come on. Little musical.
Oh, first day. First day.
Okay. F1. There's a movie. You like F1?
Did you see it?
I watched maybe the first 30 minutes and turned it off.
Oh.
It was so bad.
Oh,
They started chanting something, and I was like, "What's going on right now?" And I turned it off. And went to bed.
Okay, but is this F1 after the F1 racers? Is that I haven't seen it. Is this what it's
Yeah,
supposed
they
to be like?
recorded it during like the F1. I mean, they try to make
Okay.
It's a movie. It's like Hollywood. So some of the stuff I had to stop watching it.
Okay, out of all 10 of these movies, the only one I went and seen was Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Oh, was that
and
good?
That was great.
Oh, I
The two-part series was
It
so
came
good.
out on streaming yet?
Yeah.
Well, did
so
it?
2 parts. It's really
Did I see
good.
that?
So that's it. So okay,
Demons.
chime in if you guys saw any of those movies. Give us your feedback on that. Okay, I wanted to ask you guys this. I've been thinking about it a lot, and that was top current events, most talked about current events, and not coming in at number 1 because it's still ongoing is the Russia-Ukraine war. You guys got any thoughts on that,
No, I just always thought Russia and Ukraine were the same place.
bro? Kid you not? Did you know there were a difference?
I never thought of them.
Well, in Portland, there's a lot of Russians and a lot
Okay,
of Ukrainians.
do you
And I
know
was
where
like, man, you
Russia
guys
is?
always-
I might probably find it on the map, maybe.
Okay, there's a world right here. There's a globe right behind me. You get it?
I don't know any Russians or people from Ukraine, so I don't think about
the
that.
The only thing I remember about Russia is like some John Wick movies, or I remember like Rocky IV. And he goes, if he dies, he dies. That's my favorite part. Like I can quote that all day.
Largest population of Russian mob outside of Russia was in Portland when I was.
So that's
up.
how you knew. Okay,
Yeah.
Did you know Russian and Ukrainians were? I knew they were different. 'Cause I went to school seminary with the Ukrainians, so he told me the difference. And the rule of thumb, I might get this wrong. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he says every Ukrainian speaks Russian, but not all Russians speak Ukrainian. It is two different languages. Sound very similar though.
Cool.
Mexicans, Puerto Ricans type deal.
I don't know, but maybe could be close. Could be close. Anyway, do we have any thoughts about the? Do you think this war is going to end or?
I don't know. I don't know what Putin's trying to do.
I think it ends and it starts back up at some point.
Full circle?
Yeah, they're just gonna money grab.
I think it's land. What does it always come down to? Land, money, or resources, right? Combination of both, right? Land, money, resources. Okay, coming in number 2 is the Israel-Hamas war. What did you guys? Were you surprised that Trump was able to broker a deal? And how long do you think that deal is going to last? Any thoughts on that?
I think I was a little bit surprised. I think with how fast he did. I felt like he did it fast.
According to everybody, I guess he was touting off he'd have that solved in the Russia-Ukraine within 30 days, and they were mad he didn't do it in 30 days. And it's like, well, yeah. Does it really matter? 30 days, 6 months, it's done? I don't know. Do you feel like as long as it gets done, does it matter how quick?
Well, I mean, you talk that way, you got to back it up. So that's on him. So I don't feel
Okay.
bad for him. You can't come in and say day 1 is done, then
It's
day
not done.
60 and other work still going on.
Right.
But yeah. So
So you're saying don't write a check you can't cash?
yeah, that's on you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
You need to eat that.
Yeah, that's got a good point. I mean, I'm glad it's done, but yeah, you can at least say my goal is to get it done by the end of the year. But if you're going to come in boasting, then you got to kind of
It will be done.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to last though?
This, I mean, they're always the end attack, so it depends on what you consider last. I mean, I don't think it's be a war like it was before.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
I'll agree with that. I mean, in the severity of like how bad it gets, because it sounds like that's still going on to an extent, and they're still bombing and things.
Can I ask a biblical question of you guys? Let's not try to go to the deep end of the pool just so fast, but I got to go there because I really do have a question. As we read in the book of Revelation, it says that pretty much the whole world turns on Israel, and they all go to fight Israel. As we know, it's the Battle of Armageddon. The question that I've been asking myself and with some close friends is, why? And I guess what I'm getting at, does Israel do something to provoke people? Or is it really just a spiritual battle? And if it was just really a spiritual battle, then wouldn't the world be mad at Christians? And does that mean Christians are no longer around? I don't know. I was just thinking about that. What do you think it is?
Why does everyone go after Israel?
Yeah. What happens?
I don't know. I mean, does it mean like every single country goes after Israel? Probably not. Obviously, just people who don't have resources. But it could be like
I think they're talking major superpowers.
Yeah, eventually at some point, maybe the major superpowers do. I mean, you see what's happening in Europe and how they're sort of getting taken over, and slowly in America, hopefully it stops. You see that us converting to basically Islam, and then everyone attacking Israel. So I mean, is it possible?
So why would China?
They're just teaming up with these other people.
Okay. So like an alliance with Iran and
Yeah,
Qatar or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, all communist countries just come together. So it could be
But
more than
I guess what I'm
religion.
saying, does Israel do something to provoke it? And then where are the Christians? Do you think the Christian nations by that time have folded? And then is anybody going? I mean, I'm trying to think like
It's
why.
possible. Yeah.
Okay. You have a thought?
Um,
These are those 2
I-
a.m. thoughts I try not to have.
Yeah, I have definitely had the thought that, could it be that Israel provokes these nations and they do something? They do something like, let's say they just full on, do some extra mass slaughtering in Gaza and just totally, or even outside of that, and just provoke other people to hate them more.
Sure.
And then you have like the kind of like the anti-Israel sentiment that's already being spread as it is, and
Okay.
so it's like the combination of the two could get people to, could get some Christian, quote unquote Christian nations to say, hey, like you kind of did this on your own. Like we support you from a biblical standpoint, but from a political standpoint, like you've done this to yourself. Like you do things that we don't even agree with.
Do you think we could get there to where like, hey, you keep provoking these people, this is what's going to happen? Do you think we could get there? Do you think we have enough people in Congress and stuff like that where we can say, hey, you got to stop this or else we're not going to defend you. We're not going to give you money.
A certain president, if you have a certain president that
Okay.
doesn't back it up. I mean, if Israel doesn't have the United States, they're in trouble.
100%. Now they would say that about us. If we didn't have them, we'd be in trouble.
Who?
Israel.
Yeah, they can skip it with that.
Yeah,
We
you
don't
agree?
need we don't need your power.
You don't agree?
You ain't got nothing.
Yeah, so I don't know enough. Let me. If they don't have us, that's 100%. You cash that check all day. There's no bounce on that. If we don't have them, I'm about 75% with you. We don't really have a lot of Middle East allies.
Yeah, but say if we want to take Israel's land, could they stop us?
No.
Then we don't need them.
No. You're right.
Give me your lunch money.
Can I sock him in a jaw and get the lunch money? Absolutely. I'm getting the lunch money.
Yeah.
I guess what I was saying is you got to have some friends. According to Drake, you can't have no new friends, though. But no, see, I had to because we said Kendrick, Drake, Lamar, Beef. I had to throw it in there.
Got it.
But I just think 75-25 on that. How did you guys feel? Another breaking news was Venezuela and what we're doing there with the oil embargoes and attacking the drugs that are coming up from South America. Do you think that's a good look on the U.S., taking out those boats and trying to get rid of the drugs coming into the U.S.? How do you think Trump's handling that? What's your personal opinion on that?
I'm good with it.
You good with it?
Yep.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I haven't taken a deep dive into all that.
Well, if you go on the media, let me just give it to you. Some are going to say he's killing innocent people. And then, of course, they're going to say, no, they're seizing the drugs. They're killing the drug runners and all that. So you're going to get two different stories.
right, and that's essentially as far as I've gotten it.
But the goal is to take out the drugs, to reduce the drugs coming into the States.
Yeah, I think that honestly, I've had this thought. I do believe to some extent that when it's all said and done and we're on to our next president or maybe the one after that, we will look back and say Trump did a good job.
On that?
Just in general.
Okay.
I think that because of his personality, he makes a big splash. The things that he says, I don't always agree with. Some of the things that he does, I don't always agree with. But I think when we look back, we're going to be able to say he actually did things. Whereas like some presidencies, you're like, but they didn't even do anything.
He's like that one friend who just, hey, bro, you're already winning. Just quit while you're ahead. Just shut up.
You take him
walk
to
away.
the party, and there's a lot of parties where it's just a lot of fun. And then
Yeah.
there's some parties where he gets you in a fight.
He's the friend that he's just gonna say something the wrong way at the wrong time.
But he's fun, so you take him to the next
wrong
one.
place, wrong time, wrong person, and next thing you know, everybody's fighting. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this because, and the only reason is, how do you 100% know there were drugs on the boat? That's my own concern.
When he's blowing them up, you're saying.
Right. Now, excuse me. I do agree we got to do something, and we weren't currently doing anything. So we do need to do something. I'm just not sold if that was the best thing to do. And I'm not sold that it isn't. So I'm kind of on the fence. I need more information. I need to see how this plays out. I do agree with you. There's going to be a lot of things like this right here. How did you feel about Trump and the tariffs? Let's talk a little bit economics. How did you feel about Trump and the tariffs, him tariffing other countries the way they tariff us? Were you okay with that? Or did you think that was a bad move?
I mean, I don't know enough, but it makes sense to me. But I know people talk about the outcome of all this, but it's like, if we have to pay tariffs, why wouldn't they?
Well, the outcome was, and they were right, we were going to end up paying higher prices for a season. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you get away from that?
This whole big, beautiful bill is supposed to be beautiful to us once the tax returns come.
Now, that's in a couple months. This is in
So
a couple months. Maybe we hold off.
We hold off on this question.
Thoughts and judgments. Okay.
Um,
I will say this. There's a reason why certain vehicles made in America don't go to other countries, and that's tariffs. And I do think if you only allow tariffs one way, it does not become a reciprocal relationship. And you do need to fix something that is broken. Did he go about it the right way? I'm not sure yet. I don't know. I got friends who farm soybean, and he killed that market, the soybean market, because China used to import the most, and because of the tariffs, they wouldn't import it. The other thought I have is, well, sooner or later, China's going to have to import some of it because they're going to need it. So I don't know. I think we're always too quick to pass a judgment on something that's going to take some time, and that's how I feel about that. Let's talk about the political violence, the ramping up of rhetoric, the way people talk about each other and all that. What did you guys think about this year when it comes to, once again, very divisive, right? If you voted for this person, you can't be my friend anymore. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that this year? I thought we were going to get better, and it only got worse.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty normal now. Besides, the escalation of shooting people, that was two big major events that I think were shocking to people to see, and you're seeing it on live TV or streaming online. I think is a big shock to people, or at least to me.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What about you? What about you, Mike?
Yeah, there's definitely moments where I'm like, man, what was it like before? Well, George Floyd kind of kicked it off, right?
Right.
It's like, man,
that was that whole COVID lockdown.
It's like 2018, where you could have differing opinions of politics and just culture and kind of have friends.
Wouldn't you agree Christians should lead the way in that? We should lead the way, and you don't have to think politically like me for us to be friends, and agree that the kingdom of God is more important than anything else?
That's two Christians.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. As Christians, brothers and sisters in Christ, shouldn't we lead the way? Shouldn't we model for the world how you could disagree on some legislation, but you could still be friends? Shouldn't we model that?
Yeah, and to some extent, I think some people would, and even certain issues that we will even say that if you disagree, if that's your point of view, that you're not even a believer. So that's what the rub's going to become.
Okay, but who gives you the right to say whether somebody's a believer or not?
Well, you're going to come to some issues. I think we're all going to say that to some point.
Okay, go ahead. Give me for example.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Like transgender?
Yeah, you can't say, or I live this certain lifestyle, and you call yourself a believer at the same time.
Okay, so you're saying that's where the rub starts. Now, my question to you is, can you not still be friends?
Yeah, you still can be friends, but I think there's so much. Again, these things are tied to so much of identity. If you don't agree with this, you hate me. And so that's the narrative that's out there, which I could at times understand. Because it's tight. You're taking it as, this is who I am. Like we always talk about, people like on the worship team or singing. It's hard to criticize someone's voice or give correction because they take that so personally because that's their actual voice.
Right.
So you can say it's not about you, but he's like, well, this is my voice. So, right. It's hard to separate those two.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that? Can we at least be friends even if we don't see or agree politically eye to eye?
Yeah, it definitely takes a level of maturity from both parties to be able to get past the feelings, because those feelings are so heightened these days. I think that's like maybe the best way for me to describe it. In every area of our lives, we're seeing kind of like our views either being supported or our views, our beliefs, either being supported or being rejected. So like whether that be like the movies that you watch, or that could be the social media, or like our kids in school.
Okay, since you said that real quickly. So if you have a friend that went and seen Avatar, Fire and Bryce, no lights, I don't even know what it was. Fire and Ice, I don't know what it was. And you didn't go see it because you have a conviction of, hey, I don't feel like that movie is appropriate. Would that stop you from being friends?
No, but I think like the next part of that conversation is, well, why don't you want to go see it?
Well, aren't you free? Okay, if you're my friend, aren't you free to say, hey, I just don't watch those style of movies. I'm real sensitive to spiritual things, and that's just not my flavor.
Okay, so then now it takes the other person not to get offended by that comment.
So, okay, what I guess I'm getting at, are we just that soft now?
Yes.
Are we that soft?
Yes. Well, yeah, we are.
Okay. Is he answering for you? Is that what he's doing?
Well, man, I think also there's a bigger divide as well.
Okay, go ahead. What do you mean?
I think people before, the culture was so much, you weren't that far apart. I think people are even farther apart in their thinking.
Okay. Well, crazy you brought that up. I'm not going to show the clip. It's got some cursing in it. But here's the gist of it, right? So the guy comes on Twitter, X. What I still don't even know what to call it. But anyway, he comes on and he goes, it's been a year and a half. And, my grandkids haven't seen their grandparents. They live 5 minutes away, and I'm not taking them to go see them because they won't denounce Trump, and they won't get rid of their political affiliations. They're nothing but basically Satan worshipers with Trump, and their allegiance to Trump is unfettered, and they don't care. Just go on this whole diatribe. And I'm like, you're going to keep your kids away and your parents away until they denounce Trump. That's really why you're going to keep your kids away. Not that your parents abuse them or talks bad to them, just because of who they voted for. And there are people, you should have seen all the responses. I applaud you. That's the right move. Teach your parents a lesson. Are we that fragile? Because in 3 more years, it's all going to change again. I don't know.
Well, like for instance, if Mike had a Nazi flag in front of his house, I'm not taking my kids over there.
Oh, why is it got to be a Nazi flag, bro? That was
no. He's just here, so I'll give an example.
He's just an example. Okay. For instance.
But the reason I use that is that's how they see Trump. So I'm saying this is the divide of who he is. Okay. So it's like taking your kids over there. It's like, so that extreme example is like everyone. Okay, I understand that. Well, that's how people are seeing it.
Okay, and that's one of the rubs going out there. We're gonna get back to this and just say one of the biggest rubs that are out there right now is people keep bringing up the term Nazi,
exactly,
Hitler, fascism, and most people don't have a freaking clue to what any of that is. I think that's bad labeling. Now, to me, I feel like that's unwarranted and unjustified. Just throwing that out there. You can't say Nazi when most people haven't even read about what happened or what took place. You can't say Hitler until you know who he was and what he truly did. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. But I understand where you're coming from, but he's not. So I still don't understand.
No, but that's the thinking. It doesn't matter what the truth is. This is people's thinking. So I'm saying the divide of how people think is so great. It's so different. So what people, I don't know about politics, but they said like before the Republicans and Democrats, they had a lot in common. It wasn't this great divide.
Okay, can I
it
ask you a
wasn't so
question?
separated.
Can I ask you guys both a question? You don't think this is all show and they're friends behind closed doors?
If this is what?
This is all a show and they're really friends behind closed doors and we're the only ones playing the fool.
Who, politics?
Yeah.
Politics? I think I think a lot of them hate each other, but when it comes down to it, let's not mess up this money.
Okay, when you say a lot of them hate each other, what would you go ahead and say?
Like they might have different views. They don't like the person, but there's like at the bottom line, don't mess up this money. We go work together, get this done. Like you make sure I don't go to jail. I'll make sure you don't go to jail.
What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I would say the majority of the politicians they have a working relationship where you're playing your part against the other team. There are the extremes on both ends that probably people in their own camp don't like.
Oh, I guarantee it.
But I think the majority of them have some form of, because they ride that little bus thingy underneath the street, and it's they take the same flights.
You don't think their kids go to school together too?
No, they do.
But it's like a sports. Two teams might technically hate each other, but it's certain rules. Don't hit him in the knee. Don't do this. Don't do these certain things. Unless, you know what? I don't like that dude. Hit him in the knee. It's just like.
Not everybody's Draymond.
Yeah.
But there are some that are out there.
I guess what I'm saying is I feel like we're playing the fools. As I guarantee you, like north of 80% of them are really friends and just playing their parts. Their kids go to school together. They probably vacation together. They making that money together on them stocks. They all trade insider information on these stocks. They're all getting rich. I think we're the only ones who are truly playing the fool. Let me just tell you why I feel that way. So here locally, okay, I just thought the irony of things. Here locally, there was a plan to expand the city of Fresno into Southeast Fresno called SEDA, however you want to say it. Southeast District Amendments, right? So area. And with that, Fresno Unified was gonna lose 4 to 6 schools. They're just trying to put a little filler out there. And I thought to myself, every person on that city council who was voting to annex this property and to do this, you literally, Fresno Teachers Association, all those unions literally put all those people into office. All those people. Those are the people you voted for to put you in office. Now they're going to get rid of your jobs because those are all going to be Clovis and Sanger schools. So what? Who are they really voting for? They're not voting in your best interest. They're voting in their own best interest. They really have no friends. The only friends they have is how do we keep this money? How do we keep this power? Your vote means nothing to them at the end of the day. They'll give you a little low-hanging fish, low-hanging fruit, every now and then. But it's really so they can stay in power, so they can stay in political office. When are we going to learn? You need different people in office. You need different people representing. You need real working people who've built businesses or spent a career in the community doing real nonprofit work. In other words, that have had AKA a job. It's like the guy that got up in Congress today. He said to everybody, to the whole panel, he said, if you're so concerned about people losing the basically America Affordability Act, right, for Obamacare, basically, he says, then why aren't we on the same Obamacare plan as everybody else? And nobody could answer him. Then it's not a great plan. If it was a great plan, we'd all be on it. No sitting House members, no sitting Senate, nobody has the Obamacare plan. He goes, we're asking people to buy something that we ourselves don't even have. And that's the whole point. Rules for us and then rules for them. And nobody showed the colors more than Gavin Newsom during COVID. And I think we're the only ones getting played. So why we bicker and fight with each other, I have no idea. I still can't understand it. That's just me. I just can we not put the kingdom first? Can we put the kingdom first? I think we need to put the kingdom first. That's just my opinion. Thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think it's always be that simple, but I agree that you can't find common ground. But you find even immigration, how people think that should work. They all think it needs to change, but how it needs to change. Just Christians are still going to argue about that.
I don't mind arguing about solutions. Let's get the best solution out there. And here's another thing. I think in everything we do, we implement something and we just keep improving it until we get it right. Right? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. We implement it, we keep improving it until we get it right. Because every state's going to have different needs when it comes to immigration. We're in a heavy ag area, then I think we should make that you said big, beautiful bill. I think we should make a big, beautiful door.
But that idea of I think we should continue to improve things until it works.
That put them out of a job, huh?
Yeah, that doesn't work. Because that requires that you admit that the current solution isn't working. Okay. And nobody's admitting that.
Never. Yeah.
And so nobody's say, hey, look, let's roll this out and see how it goes. No, you do that when you want things to work, not when you're trying to stay in office.
Yeah. Okay. The biggest issue the biggest talked about event of this year. You guys want to take a guess? Biggest event talked about
Charlie
this year.
Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. Looking back at it now, what are we, 4 months removed? 3 months removed from the tragic event? Is anybody somewhere around there? Any thoughts about it now, as compared to when it happened? Any thoughts?
Have you been listening to the different
theories on how
theories
he died
and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you partake in that? I don't know.
Do you believe in a lone shooter? I guess that's the question. Do you believe that kid shot him?
I think so. I mean, I haven't looked in any.
Okay, here's my biggest problem why I can't answer that wholeheartedly. I don't shoot guns. I'm pro. It's funny. I always get people when they find out I'm pro Second Amendment. Do you own guns? No. Then why are you pro Second Amendment? I don't know. I just feel like
for you guys, Yeah.
It which always blows them away. It's like, but you don't own guns. I don't. I like to shoot them. I just don't own them. But I feel like you should have the right to bear arms. That's just me. It was written by our forefathers. Let's keep it. I don't know enough about guns to know if that's an easy shot, a hard shot, if that was a good rifle or a bad rifle. I don't even know enough about bullets, bro, if I'm being honest. But from what I heard from experts, that was a possibility. So I'm going to go with that. I don't do the whole conspiracy thing. Do I believe motives yet? I listen, Charlie was gaining momentum like nothing we had ever seen. So I do think people wanted him dead. Was it this guy for whatever his reasons? I don't know. That part I can't answer. But I do believe he could have done it. Most people, we went through a little ism there, right? Where people wanted us to talk about it. Other people didn't talk about it. And so we got in this whole catch thing. I didn't say it last time around, so I'm going to say it here. I met Charlie on 2 occasions. And I never found him to be a racist. I did find some of his comments could be looked at, depending on where they were clipped, is very prejudicial, for sure. depending on how they were clipped. I could even see how some people would say, well, his thought process on that sounded biased and prejudiced. I could see that too. But I think there's a difference between prejudices and racism, full-on racism. I don't think if you're full-on racist, you have Candace Owens as a really good friend of yours, and some of the other people I could name, just not trying to name them. But that's just my personal opinion, and everybody can have their own opinion. I'm fine with that. But I'll tell you this. I said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll stand by this. From the Charlie Kirk that I saw when he was first starting out, which he was, and I told people this, and they get mad at me. It's okay. I said he started out very political, and he had all the snippets. He was doing all the sound bites. He was building a platform. The Charlie Kirk I met, and I had conversation with, I'd have to look in my calendar, but it was either 2022 or 2023. I saw a change. I saw very much a spiritual change, and that he was presenting the gospel now more than ever. And he was sharing the gospel. He was presenting the gospel, and him and I had an opportunity to discuss this. And not that transition, but discuss the gospel, as he was asking about our situation here. And I found a man who, to me, okay, I'm only speaking personally, who was making that transition. He became very much with Turning Point USA Faith and all that. He was definitely moving in this direction. So I didn't understand the backlash for me when all I was doing was literally stating, those things. And people wanted me to glorify him as a saint. I wasn't going to do that. And then other people wanted me to hail him as a sinner. I wasn't going to do that either. I was going to tell you from my perspective of what I knew of him. And everybody can have their own perspective. But I will say this. Do I believe that Charlie was, in essence, in some cases, if not most cases, presenting the gospel and giving people opportunities to respond? Absolutely, because I was there. I've seen it. I know. Now, do I believe that was his sole intention? No, I do think there was political aspirations to that too. I mean, he did partner with MAGA. He gave out the hats. He did all that. So there was that as well. He was still a political figure. And I think it's okay to be both. So I don't know why people were arguing over it. I had huge respect for him. I thought he was very, very gutsy. He wouldn't duck any debate. I will say this about Charlie. His quote on when people stop talking, bad things happen, that I don't care what anybody says, that is facts. That's why I'm always about, we got to keep the conversation going. We got to at least be able to have dialogue. Because I've seen that. We've seen that firsthand. When people stop talking, when people stop gathering and having discussions, we've seen what happens online. We've seen all that. And so that's my thoughts on that whole event and everything went on. Do you guys have any other thoughts about that? The Charlie Kirk thing? Assassination is what it was, Charlie Kirk assassination?
No, I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and I think just a lot of the conspiracy theories, I think, takes away from like what really did happen. So whether or not there was one shooter, multiple shooters, whatever, I mean, the man still lost his life.
Yeah.
Wife still lost her husband, kids still lost their dad, a person of faith still lost their lives who, whether or not you agree with how he presented the gospel or how he presented his political views, I think it really just highlighted where we're at in society and how we're so divisive. And also, in addition to that, how desensitized we are to be able to see a video like that and kind of thumb to the next video. I think it's just, we're in a very, very, I don't know if scary is the right place, but just as a society, it is such a place to where, kids are watching this in school.
Yeah.
As far as just having access to seeing a man get shot in the neck like that. And so it has so many different layers to it. I think for me, as we're looking back on it, I think it's just another opportunity for us as believers and as fathers and as pastors to keep dialogue open when it comes to it's okay to have different opinions, like we just talked about. We don't got to shoot each other.
Yeah, for sure. Any closing thoughts on that? Or especially we don't have to shoot each other?
Yeah, no, I mean, I felt bad and never been so moved by someone being assassinated in that way, just because the fact that he was as a believer. I mean, I didn't follow Charlie Kirk or like his content or whatever, but the fact that he died, I do believe he died as a believer. I do believe it was political before he was a believer. But I do think he was a Christian and he followed Christ, and that led his life. He led his life in that way. So I was moved by that and felt bad for him and his family, and we'll see how things keep going. I do truly believe because he had a lot of political power and in how he moved elections, and so that's the reason I think he got killed, and I feel bad for that.
No, it is quite possible, and only through time will we know. Okay, I have a excuse me. I have a couple questions on, since we're talking about just seeing things different and doing things different. I want to play you a clip. This website has been known to kind of like go after pastors or go after preachers or go after stuff like that. But as you know, we just celebrated the last Sunday of the year. Now there are churches out there that decide to do church at home and kind of give everybody a Sabbath break and a Sabbath rest. And so this one website, or excuse me, this one Instagram, profile people, whoever they are, I don't even know who they are. They kind of made a joke out of Life Church because Life Church shot a video about, hey, we're doing home church. So I want to show this to you, and then we'll get your thoughts on it. Watch this. Okay, don't read the comments on that one. A lot of people had something to say about that. Do you guys care at all if people have church on December 28th or not have church? I don't know if that's any affiliation with Life Church, as in Craig Rochelle, but that's the church's name, Life Church of Buffalo. Do you have any thoughts on that? Do you care?
You know, with my age, I'm trying to be. I don't always succeed at this. I guess trying to be a little less opinionated about the way that other people lead. And so if pastors feel like it's the best thing for their congregation to not have a service on the last Sunday of the year, whether I agree with it, it's not really, I don't think, my place to interject. How's that for riding the fence?
That was good. That was very like politician like
Hey,
there, Mike. We're getting you ready.
We need a new mayor.
There we go. Let's go. What did you?
I don't have an issue with it.
That's what I said. I was like, if the pastor decides he's going to take a little break, get everybody off the treadmill, so to say, what does it matter?
Yeah, 'cause I think I get other churches' emails. So one church, they had, I don't know, 15 Christmas Eve services or whatever on the week. It was like, hey, every team's getting a break. We have 15 services this Sunday, church at home.
Yeah, I mean, what if your congregation is at a place where your pastor is the only one who speaks?
Right.
And this is an opportunity for him to get a break?
Right. I don't know why. You know what I think? People don't have enough to do. They have to argue about everything. That's what I think. You got people, it's the gospel. You need to give people an opportunity. What if that one person gets saved and that happens to be Billy Graham? Well, then Billy Graham got saved. Either he got saved at his house or saved at the church, as long as he got saved.
I believe in the sovereignty of God, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Okay. Another trending issue that came up this year was with how people receive offerings and how they ask for money. We've already showed those clips throughout the year.
Lock the doors.
Yeah, that was bad. I did find this clip only because it blew up. I get so frustrated. The frustration is you can't make wholesale guarantees. And I'm going to show you this clip. This guy basically makes a wholesale guarantee that if you give him X amount of dollars, God's going to make you a multi-millionaire. And
I missed it.
How much we got to give?
10,000.
Oh, I might have missed it. D, let me hold 10.
This was all over my feed, and you'll see why. Watch.
Of my offering or my request, and I've not done this in probably 20 years ago. But Lord said, I want to make a multi-millionaire out of someone, but they have to sow $10,000. He said, and they have to do that within 90 seconds.
I can't do it.
Starting.
I can't do it.
Now.
I can't do it. I can't watch the whole minute and a half clip.
What
I'm
does
not
he
bad.
do? What does
All
he
right,
do?
watch it right here.
If you're going to do it, get it now, write the check. If you do this, God said, I'm going to make you a multi-millionaire. I wish it was me. No. I'm saying I wish it was me because I got it. That's why I'm saying it. Because money does not have me at all. I control it. I'm like Cat Williams. He said the reason why I have a lot of it is I give 10% away on a regular basis because it belongs to God. I'm going to play it on next Sunday. But there's a person in here. You sold that within 90 seconds. It should be less than that. God said, I'm going to show you my face. And I'm going to show you who I am. And for the rest of your days, everywhere the sole of your feet shall trod, you shall possess the land. And everything kalasupa, and everything your hand shall touch. Now I'm laughing because he said the money I'm asking them for, I already got the replacement, but they don't trust me. I need 30 of you to get the $200. The person, if you're going to sow the $10,000, you will bring it up to Pastor Rockmore, Bishop, and you will get your release in Jesus' name. Everyone else, get $200. I want you to do it, women, especially who've had a difficult moment, and get in the center aisle. I will not beg, but I will not stop till there's 30 there as fast as possible.
Okay.
Wait, what was the woman part?
I have no idea.
First, you're saying there's only one person, right? Supposed to get into 10K and they get millions. Then 200, I don't know.
He said he wished it was him because he could do it.
Yeah.
Multi. That was two multi-millionaires. That was two times. Double blessed. Double portion. Why?
So if he didn't put a dollar amount on it, would you have an issue?
What do you mean? Go ahead, run it back.
If he said there's someone out here, God's telling you to give, and if you give, he's going to bless you. He has something for you.
I still have a hard time with that. Let's go scripture. 2 Corinthians 9. He who sows generously will reap generously, not under what? Compulsion. Not under compulsion. I love what Pastor Chris Hodges says. I will never ask you for money, but I'll ask you to ask God about your money. Because we have to have people pray about it. I'm a firm believer in tithing. You guys know this about me. I don't feel like you have to ask about the 10%. That's just automatic to what God is expecting of us. I think you need to ask about above and beyond that. And I think that's where people get it wrong. Now, if I'm in a service and I'm saying, hey, listen, I just feel like there's an Acts moment here where I feel like there's a spirit of generosity, like there's a generous moment here. And I think we should all give generously. I just really feel like God's got something special. Here's why I want to leave it open. Because sometimes what people don't need is money. People maybe need a family restored. Maybe they need a marriage restored. Maybe they need a physical healing. Why is it always got to be about money? And I think God moves so much more than money. Does that make sense? Like, could you, if you were to bring a man whose wife is dying of cancer in here, you know, and say, hey, what would you rather have, $1 million or your wife for another 10 years? What do you think he's going to say? So it's not money. So I think by limiting that, I think you kind of box hole God and pigeonhole God, and you make yourself look really bad, because what if that person doesn't need to be a multi-millionaire? He just wants his wife healed of cancer. Does that make any sense? Does that make sense? So I think that's where the rub is. And then bringing Cat Williams, like, really? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, that was just my own frustration.
Referencing Cat Williams from the pulpit will usually get you in a bad spot.
Okay. Just throwing that out there?
Just, I've said some stuff that I wish I have not said, but I have yet to say that one.
Okay, so we're free and clear.
As of
so
now.
what do you think of it? Now that I explained it my way, like I've got no problem with receipt. Listen, we go to events all the time, and they ask for money. I've got no problem with asking for money. I think it's the way and manner in which you do it. Like, what was that 10,000 even going towards? Are we in a building fund? What are we doing? People buy into vision, not dreams. They buy into vision. Anyway, so I don't know if that answers
I
your
know.
question.
Yeah, I thought it would be crazier than.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I'm not trying to defend this guy. If I really wanted more to defend him, I feel like I could.
Okay.
Because it was like, man, maybe someone came in, they feel like they're supposed to give 10,000, they didn't want to do it.
Okay.
The guy's saying, just it's all the situation. Am I ever going to be in a church like that? No.
Okay.
But I feel like there could be something. Again, like people. The problem with even like with stuff online, this would be like how his style of preaching, people like,
You're
so
right.
all this stuff. And again, I wouldn't be there, and I think maybe how he did it was wrong. I didn't like it, but I can see more if there's more to it. There could be more to it.
Yeah.
So moral of the story, if there is one, is if you're kind of like more of an edgy preacher, don't stream.
Yeah. Well, I think it like literally, if you take the dollar amounts out, I think people wouldn't even look twice at this.
No, correct.
But if he spoke
Correct.
for an hour, we only got 2 minutes. Now, granted, I don't agree with the 2 minutes, and I feel like Monday Morning Quarterback tells us he probably should have done it a different way.
You're right. Had he not put the dollar amounts, it's almost a quid pro quo, give and get. Then yeah, people, I wouldn't have a problem with it. You can guarantee what the Bible guarantees. How about that? And you can go to Malachi and he'll guarantee this, that, pestilences, that your seed won't get devoured. You can guarantee that. What you can't guarantee is you give 10, you get back $1 million. Yeah. You just know you can guarantee it. Now, once again, I try not to judge. I do my best. And it's like, I agree with you. I just wouldn't be at a church like that. But now, as far as giving to different organizations for different reasons, absolutely. If I believe in it, I'll give to it. Yeah. I don't need to be moved. I'm already moved. Now, once again, I default to I will never ask you for money. I'll ask you to ask God about money, which I agree with. And we have the word. Segmenting to the word right now. Okay, I've been wanting to ask you guys this, and I didn't want to prep you. So you are definitely getting a loaded question. So prepare yourself. Okay. There's no clip to save you. There's nothing. 2025. Do you have a favorite sermon or sermon series? A. And do you have a favorite book of the Bible you read as a church this year? Okay. I feel like you guys should Rochambeau, rock, paper, scissors on live air so we can see who has to go first. Or is one of you just willing to go first?
Well, I smoked more weed and had more concussions than Deshaun. So...
Well, I've never smoked weed or had a concussion.
See? So when it comes to memory, if you ever notice, I bring up notes. They're like, hey, Deshaun, what do you think about the sermon? And I'm over here. When was Sunday?
I was going to say, what date was Sunday?
No, my memory is not as good as it used to be.
Oh, okay.
Well, my favorite book. Well, not necessarily.
Mike's over here. We read the Bible all year. Is that what we did?
I know we did.
Deuteronomy. It's been interesting. It's still something we talked about just recently.
Okay.
That I want to study more. I know this sparked my interest a lot. This last time we read it, I feel like just learning a lot about the character of God and who He is, and how He views holiness, how He views like community. This all different how to care for other people. I just feel like we learn a lot about the character of God.
Okay.
In that, and so that's something that I want to keep reading. Just about even like immigration, all these like social topics like coming up. I feel like we can find a lot of this wisdom in there of how to do community and care for people, the foreigner, all those type of things in Deuteronomy. So that's one thing I do want to look more into. Sermon, that one I got to think about. I got to think about some more.
Okay. Well, I mean, it could be serious. It could be a quote. I mean, it could be anything you've seen, heard, watched. Just thought about if there was a sermon that stood out to you for the year. Yeah. Okay, we'll get back. What about book in the Bible?
I legit don't remember what books we've read this year.
Well, we started over halfway through the year. We celebrated.
I know I did it.
Yeah, we did it. We did it. That's good. Well, already to start off for the year, had you started when we started over, we started in Genesis. We did Deuteronomy. We did Ephesians. Was it Ephesians we did?
We've done Ephesians.
And then we did the book of Luke. And then we did the book, was that Mark? No, Proverbs. We did Mark and Proverbs this year as a Bible study. So was any one of those, have you been enjoying yourself with? Any one of those books?
Ephesians we recently did.
Yep.
That was fun. I will say that this year, one of the things that I've enjoyed the most when it comes to doing our daily devotionals, I'll be honest with you. The thing that I've enjoyed the most is actually doing my devos with my daughter.
Okay.
Our schedule's changed. She goes to a new school, and I actually do them when I drop her off in the morning.
Okay.
So it was fun to go through Ephesians.
Okay.
It was fun to go through Deuteronomy. And then we did one more since school started. I'm trying to remember. It was Old Testament.
Yeah, we went through James.
Well, no, but what did we do before Deuteronomy? Because it was after Deuteronomy, we did Ephesians.
Correct. I thought we did James before Deuteronomy.
Okay. Because I think it was one right when school started.
Numbers, maybe? I can't remember.
Might have been. So anyway, it hasn't for me. It hasn't necessarily been one specific book that has really kind of jumped out over the rest. It's been just the act of doing it and having that conversation in the mornings.
We did Timothy. 2 Timothy.
Before Deuteronomy?
No, I'm saying that we did 2 Timothy.
Yeah. And then as far as sermon series, I'll do one that we recently did, which was the Miracles campaign that we did. I really enjoyed just diving into some of the stories. We talk about the man being lowered through the roof by his friends, and Jesus doing different healings. Seeing God move through miracles, and then just having the conversation on our men's Bible studies, coinciding with the message on Sunday, was really good. And that's something more recently.
What did you think of the miracle series that we did?
It's funny. It was a lot different than I expected it to be.
Me too.
Yeah, it was quite a bit different. It's one thing I did like is it got real practical. And I think it got more that way than I expected. I thought it'd be more about that, like diving deep into the miracle, like even more than what it did. But I think it really blessed people because we all want that supernatural in our life. We want those scenes to occur, but it sort of took it down to this everyday living. Mm-hmm. Not just living in this world. Constantly just in the supernatural world, because most of our life is spent. It's to be these natural events and natural things that are going on, and just understanding how can God intervene in it. And so, I think in that way it was different, but it played out, I think, good for our congregation.
And I think the need for the miracle was something that I didn't think was going to be talked about as much as it was. I felt like it was talked about on multiple weeks. How do you deal with disappointment? Or what do you do when you're in the position where you're in a desperate need for a miracle? And so I think when I thought, I think I was coming from a place when we were talking about the miracle series. Initially, it was like it was going to be a kind of like a big, joyous, happy 6-week thing about miracles. Right. But I think it was a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing the miracles campaign. But as always, as I'm pretty much the predominant speaker here, going through the book of Acts, nothing gets me more excited than going through the book of Acts.
I was going to say, the only series we've done was Acts and Miracles, like on Sunday.
Well, I mean, we start off the first of the year talking about supernormal.
But we went through...
I started... We
only done the book of Acts, right? Yeah.
I do a quick review first couple of weeks of the year, and then we jumped right into Acts. I thoroughly enjoy it. I love... Had I continued on with my master's, I wanted to get it in the book of Acts, specifically single subject. But we all know how that turned out. I just love Acts so much. I love what it's about. I love how it begins. I love the stories. And I look forward to picking up in 2026 and finishing the book of Acts with the church. My whole deal is as you guys know, I go chapter by chapter and some of it verse by verse as I get to the chapter. I particularly loved talking about Cornelius. As you guys know, I got to go back to Israel. I got to go to the house. I got to see all that. I got to go to the upper room and to experience all these things. I would say for me, I enjoy reading the whole Bible. This year, I don't know why, but going through Genesis and Deuteronomy this year hit way different. And I think it's because it's probably my 8th or 9th time through the book. And therefore, I'm seeing stuff I'd never seen before, questioning things. I do like how God gave me insight as I was in Israel on Mount Tabor, where they believed Jesus had his transfiguration. And that's where I got that revelation of Moses never got to get into the promised land physically, but yet spiritually he was there with Elijah. When Peter, James, and John with Jesus when he was transfigured. And I just was getting revelation that way. So you see the Bible in a whole new way, in a whole different way. And so for me, having read those books just recently and then going to Israel was just incredible, absolutely incredible. So as well as being in the book of Acts and watching, hey, this is where it all took place, and realizing they were on the Mount of Olives and, Mount of Ascension, all that stuff. It was just fresh to go back to the Garden Tomb, to see that in a different perspective, Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and then, of course, Garden Tomb, where was it really? To go underneath the wall, to see the wall, to get a fresh revelation of the Selah Rock or the Dome of the Rock. All this stuff really made the Bible come alive, and I love taking people and watching them ask all the questions. Going to these places, seeing these things really impacted me, which made the book of Acts come alive. Now, I got to say, though, Miracles, the campaign was a little bit more special for me because like Jeff Little, when he shot his videos in Israel, I shot all of my videos in Israel. So I was able to see what the theme was and what he talked about, and I was able to shoot my own videos. So we got to play my videos instead of his videos, and I just thought that was truly special. I thought that was unique. I thought that was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a fresh twist on something that he was doing. I agree with you. I felt like, and maybe this is a stretch, I felt like in every miracle there was a natural, right? In every miracle there was a natural transition. In other words, you wanted God to do something, he wanted you to do something. If you wanted to receive your miracle of walking, you needed to get up and roll up your mat. If you wanted to see the feeding of the 5,000, you needed to hand over your lunch and see people in groups of 50s and 100. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah. So in every miracle, there was also a natural obedience. And I feel like that's how God partners with the miracle. Now, I said that to say this. My favorite service of the year was the miracle and healing service that we did with Pastor John Bohr. Mm-hmm. That was my favorite service, just to watch people come up and get prayed for and to see some of the miracles that took place was incredible. I just feel like in 2026, we need to do more, create more moments like that, more space like that. I can say my most exciting thing that happened this year was writing our own worship music and being able to record our very first song, and now getting ready to record our EP in a couple days. My favorite podcast was with Pastor Jerry. That was absolutely incredible. I think it transformed all of us. I know he believes his Bible according to you, Bishop. We may believe in the Bible, but he believes. It's almost as accurate as Deion Sanders saying, "What? That guy can run." So I think that was good. So we've had a lot of incredible moments. Did you guys want to comment on the miracle service or Pastor Jerry? Any of the favorite podcasts or services? Did you guys? Don't want to. If you wanted to say something, go ahead.
Pastor Jerry was good. It was convicting. I think maybe.
Did we all get saved again on that service, that podcast?
Yeah, I mean, I've been raising my hand every Sunday because of that.
So you're not saying the sinner's prayer just for you?
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So that it was an honor to be able to have him, and for him to be even willing to do the podcast was great. And then to be able to be in the presence of, or be him to be able to speak that night as well, I think was awesome. Miracles and Healings was good. Pastor Rich coming out, that was good. Pastor Rich Guerra. So our first Wednesday services are always services I look forward to.
Yeah, no, Pastor Jerry. I mean, as you mentioned it, I should go listen to it again. It's just, man, he's just. I mean, I think that's what this faith does. Like when someone else has faith, it encourages other people. And I want to be like that as well. Like, I think people can't help it. They see that, they feel that, and it was like, oh, I want some of that. And I think, that's probably what he does every place he goes. Like everyone walks away like. His faith just encourages people right everywhere he goes. Right. And it's like, man, what a gift that he has. It is, man, I want to be that way as well. Like just your faith alone, just bringing faith into the room that no one could deny. Right. Like it's so powerful. He didn't do anything special. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just believed the Bible. he just believed the Bible.
According to he what? Yeah. He believed. Yeah. He believed.
But it's, man, what belief and faith does to just a room. Yeah. And just to people who are around you. It's just, man, it's powerful.
Yep, I love spending time with. Okay, how do people get the most of 2026? You could talk about physically. You could talk about spiritually. I don't care. Go anywhere you want with it. How can I get if somebody's saying out there to us right now, hey, Mike, how can I get the most out of 2026? What would you say to them? And then we'll go to you, Bishop. How can we get the most out of 2026? Go ahead.
The most out of 2026, I would say do two things. Tell somebody your goals. That help you get some good accountability. The right person. Misery loves company, so don't tell the wrong person. And then the other thing I would say is a phrase that I use fairly often with the people in my family was how to eat an elephant one bite at a time.
There you go.
So just start with one little thing and allow those changes to compound on each other.
Well, that was good. What about you? How to get the most out of 2026?
I mean, I'm no expert. So one thing that I'm trying to do is plan better and then actually just do stuff. Just actually go. I mean, that's one thing that I was telling Mike that you do. You do stuff even though you may not have it all figured out. But a lot of times you just won't do anything because you never have it all actually figured out because you've never done it. And so I think that's one thing that really hinders me is I want to know what I'm doing. I want to fully understand it. And it really slows me down. And I think I'll be a lot farther if I'm willing to just go without fully knowing. And I can tell people, I really don't kind of know all what I'm doing, but we're going to figure this out together. and people either who really care about me and will go with me, or people are going to walk away, and that's okay because you ain't with me anyway. So it's just figuring that out, being okay with not knowing everything, making some mistakes, and putting that on me, because a lot of times you put pressure on me to do stuff, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I got to do it. But me doing stuff, there's stuff that I feel like can help the church, help you, if I'm just willing to go and just go forward.
I think both of those, I think you're both spot on. I think that's good. You said something. I was actually going to talk about that. You said a lot of times you'll start stuff and you don't know what you're doing. I don't know if that's a gift or a curse, because all my friends who know me well say the same thing. They say, dude, you're crazy. Like, you're the only person I've ever met go to a conference. You're like, hey, I think I'm going to try that. You don't even know what you're doing. You just have motion going. I'm a firm believer in, Bishop, in two things, okay? And I'm going to give you that two principles in 2026 that everybody can apply. Broke people, rich people, Raider fans, we're still there. Niner fans, we hear you. Trust me, we hear all the Niner fans. Flags are everywhere out there. Whether black, white, it doesn't matter. Socioeconomic, none of this matters. Everybody can do these two things. Number one, just start moving. Just start moving. I saw something the other day, and this is what I mean by start moving. I saw something the other day, and I was going to say something, but, being, big and brown, sometimes it's not good to go up to people. You kind of scare them, right? Especially early in the morning. I opened this door for this lady to go into the gym. And when I opened it, like 5 other people came. So I just kept the door open. I was being a good concierge right there, right? And I know everybody who works there. I know the front desk. They know me. And it was crazy because now I was behind this lady where everybody was just clicking and going to the left. I was going to go to the right. And not trying to eavesdrop, but I heard her saying, hey, yeah, my card is on file, but I'm starting back up. And I'm ready to do this. And I thought, I walked away. I just mind my own business. I clicked in real quick because they told me to and I could. And I walked away and I'm going, man, what courage she showed today. She had to reactivate her card. She made a choice to get up and get dressed and get ready. And I just wanted to, what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to scare and I don't want to seem like creepo because there's creepos out there. I want to say, what, I'm so proud of you. Look at you. You made a plan to get here. Even though it was going to make you activate your card, probably fill out some paperwork, you did it. That's the first step. I'm proud of you. If nobody else is proud of you, you go in there and you get after it. Even if it's 30 minutes, you go in and you get after it. I'm just proud of people. I'm proud of people who are tired of being on the sidelines. Even if the first step is a crawl, it's a crawl. It's something that they could do and they did it. And I just think if we champion more people who are taking steps in the right direction, people would take more steps. I want to be that cheerleader. I want to be that person championing them. Good job. And I wanted to tell her, I just didn't want to figure out, and unfortunately there's so many creepos out there. I didn't want her to think too like I was a creepo, so I didn't say anything. But in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm so proud of you. And then here's the other thing. Once you get it moving, be okay with not getting it right. Be okay with perfecting it along the way. Be okay with, I missed the mark, but I'm going to get it better. And in part of missing the mark and getting better is asking questions. I've been lifting for years, and I still see a person go, hey, man, why are you doing that right there? What are we working on? Oh, you could do this and this, and by doing this, you're getting that. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. I'm a constant avid learner. And the reason at the end of the day I'm able to work things out is because I'm over there asking questions, I'm YouTubing, I'm doing something to better myself. And I think if more people did that, And they were willing to dispense advice, not as a stuck-up know-it-all, but as a fellow brother in Christ, as a fellow gym goer, or whatever it is, whatever we have mutually in common, we're going to make the world a better place. So you start moving. That's important, right? People say, when's the best time to enact 2026 goals? Right now. Whatever it is, right now. Take that small bite of the elephant right now. Whatever it is. Go buy a pair of gym shoes. That's a good first step. Next step, go to the gym tomorrow and sign up. After that, walk in that place. Just do a tour and then walk out. But start something. And number 3, perfect it along the way. I never put off for tomorrow what I can absolutely get done today. If I could get back to him today, I call him today. If I can get that email done, I get that email done today. I never put it off for tomorrow. I constantly getting it done today. And trust me, there will always be 101 excuses why not, but give me the one reason why, and that's what you do. This has been the 2025 Not Offended podcast for the full year. We look forward to 2026 with you. Peace. We're out.